Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. Our game tonight featuring the Indiana Fever as they go up against the New York Liberty. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. The number 1 overall pick in 2016, Breanna Stewart continues to be a big-time player in the W.
Well, her transition from Connecticut to the WNBA was seamless. She won Rookie of the Year and established herself as a star right from the jump. Now, as a veteran, Stewie remains one of the most dominant players in the league.
They get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward.
Yeah, sometimes that first bucket can really set a tone, as you said, for the rest of the game.
Now, here is Ionescu. And Bonner pulls it down.
The defenders cannot lose track of her because usually that shot will go down. It's so hard to contain her. I mean, she just gets it done however she has to do it.
Here's Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Stewart. Ionescu. Stewart with the screen. And again, it's the Liberty missing. Now Bonner. And here's Howard. Defended by Stewart. And a screen by Bonner. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. The dive for the ball. Rebound New York. Ionescu outside. The pick by Jones. Again, Sabrina Ionescu missing.
Still scoreless after 4 shots. They need a bucket.
Here's Mitchell. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Ionescu outside. Clock at 6. And she comes up with the deuce.
Took some time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now. Let's see.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Boston. Guarded by Jones. And it's Boston missing. New York trailing here. From downtown. And Sabrina Ionescu with the 3.
They really set Ionescu up for success there. Perfectly positioned with a good look at the hoop.
Now here's Clark. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Right side, Howard. Good. First shot, first basket.
I just love the composure Howard plays with inside. She's so comfortable around the rim.
Pass to Ionescu. From past the arc. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
What are they thinking, leaving her with all that space out there? Don't they know that that's pretty much a layup for her?
Timeout called the Fever. And with the season in its early stages here, teams are trying to gather momentum.
That's the goal right now. Don't dig a hole for yourself and just get into a position of confidence.
Yeah, as competitive as the WNBA is, success at this time of the year is so important.
Now here's Clark. Pass to Mitchell. Boston. Now here's Clark. Stewart grabs the miss.
As far as, a jumper will go, That's as high percentage as it gets.
Seriously, I don't know how that one didn't fall.
Ionescu outside. And again, it's New York with a three.
Can't give Ionescu any airspace from downtown. If you do, she'll torch you from there.
Caitlin Clark outside. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Pass to Lainey Hamilton. To the middle. Wide open. Jones, no good.
Being that close to the hoop, I thought she had enough room to nail that one.
Clark outside. This one for three. Another miss there by Caitlin Clark.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Ionescu right side. She can't get that one to fall. Good D by DeWanna Bonner. Howard, Lainey Hamilton covering. Clark outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
And she's having a quarter, converting at a high percentage.
And so it's New York with it, trailing by 2. Pass to Stewart. Back to Ionescu. The second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. It's on Aaliyah Boston.
As a talented scorer and rebounder, Breanna Stewart is a threat on both sides of the ball. But on offense especially, she can really be a nightmare to try and guard.
No good on the free throw. So both teams changing it up here. And she's good on the second. So it's Indiana now. Clark outside. The three from Kelsey Mitchell. Rebound New York. Here's Phoebish. Here's Lainey Hamilton. It's good. Here's Clark. They trail by 1. Pass to Cunningham. Dantas. Mitchell a screen. Clark outside. Here's the three. Another field goal for her. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves.
Ionescu outside. Now Stewart shoots over Dantas. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
It's over when Stewart can catch and shoot. With her pure J, that's just too easy.
You want to talk about a well-rounded player? Sabrina Ionescu can really do it all.
And we knew this about her early on. She was the only player in college basketball history, male or female, with 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists. I mean, think about that for a moment. She is a special, special talent.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Ionescu. Fires for 3. What a rebound by Dantas. The Fever with the lead. Dantas the screen. Caitlin Clark with the 3. And Jonquel Jones pulls it down. On offense, here the Liberty. Here's Stewart. Pass to Lainey Hamilton. And here's Ionescu. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
Lainey Hamilton with it. Outside Stewart. Lainey Hamilton the screen. Pass to Ionescu. Again, Sabrina Ionescu missing. Clark outside. Now Mitchell, defended by Stewart. Basket counts.
She can shoot off the dribble a lot, but Mitchell is also adept at shooting off the delivery. A crisp pass helps her square up.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Ionescu outside. 6 on the shot clock. Stewart, she's guarded by Dantas. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get a shot off. That's a 24-second violation. So both teams making some changes here. Clark outside. Over Ionescu. Clark, that one's good.
She is showing a killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend this lead.
The Liberty trail. Ionescu outside. Stolen by Clark. And it's the Fever on the break. Cunningham over Thornton. A shot by Cunningham, no good. Thornton outside. Febish. Pass to Ionescu. Tries to snap the cold streak. Cans it from downtown.
Look, I'm not sure who was supposed to pick her up, but someone's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving her that wide open.
Clark outside. Over Ionescu. She clangs that one off the back iron and it falls.
She has put her foot on the gas pedal this quarter. She's doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Pass to Febish. Harrison. Ionescu up top. The three-pointer, no good. Now Clark. Over Ionescu. Oh! She hits the buzzer beater! Oh!
And what a bonus for them to end the quarter as she beats the buzzer.
Now that is how you use every last second on the clock.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Fever on top. They're up by 7. And quarter 2 will get underway just after this short break. And now, the second quarter just getting set to begin. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
Good effort, very tight defense from them through the first quarter.
Really a big part of why they are up right now. You know, their defense has been on point.
And it's the Fever ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Pass to Wallace. Boston with it. Defended by Harrison. Boston with it. Working on Harrison. The shot by Boston, no good.
Such tough defense there against one of the better finishers in the game.
Here's Febish. Guarded by Wallace. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the line.
Exactly. You want to prevent the layup, give them a little knock, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming down the lane the next time around.
It does send a message.
The first one falls, and the Liberty making a change here. That one falls, so she hits both of them. Now here's Clark. Pass to Boston. Back to Clark. The 3-ball. Falls right in. She is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here is Thornton. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Harrison. Over Boston. Harrison gets the bucket.
Keep the game simple. When Harrison gets some space, sees the mid-range jumper open up, she takes it.
Christy Wallace on the wing. Boston defended by Harrison. Clark outside. Yes, great play by Aaliyah Boston to set it up.
Once again, the defense letting her get open at the three-point line. I don't know how you can allow that to happen in this game situation.
Now here's Harrison. Pass to Phoebish. Guarded by Wallace. Inside, Thornton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
She might be undersized as a 6'1" forward, but Thornton makes up for it with touch. Finds ways to score down low.
Here's Clark. 24 points for her. Rebound, New York. Guarded by Wallace. Thornton left side. Jones inside. She's covered by Cunningham. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
The word fear is not in Jonquel Jones's vocabulary. Has no problems going at the D, getting to the line.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. You have to respect how Jonquel Jones has continually upped her game.
Well, she never seems satisfied with her game, does she? Even after she won Most Improved Player, she just kept working to get even better. And the results speak for themselves, as she eventually won League MVP.
That's also good, so she hits them both. And former MVP Jonquel Jones made a finals appearance in her first season with the Liberty.
Yeah, and she also led the Sun to the finals while she was in Connecticut. And Jones, she's just the ideal stretch big. 6'6", great length, about 38% from free over her career. If you have Jones on your team, you're going to win a lot of games.
Great focus from Mitchell offensively, finding herself that mid-range shot.
New York calls timeout. Drafted back in 2018, Kelsey Mitchell has spent her entire career with Indiana.
Yeah, and the Fever have yet to make the playoffs with her on the team. It's made Kelsey really overlooked. Quietly, she's carried their offense over the years, put up big numbers, and was an all-star in 2023.
Here's Fibish. And here's Burke. Pass to Ionescu. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
And the foul called on Ionescu. That's her first foul. And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Mitchell, shot's good.
She has really deep range. Mitchell's offensive game starts with that three-point shot. It forces defenders to pick her up at half court.
Now here is Ionescu. She's got 14. Connects from three-point range.
Even after all those three-pointers she hit in the first quarter, it looks like the D still hasn't learned its lesson as they leave her open for another one here.
Here's Colson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. And it's Boston missing. The Liberty trail. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. And again, it's New York with a three.
Now get your popcorn ready. Her performance from long range has been something to behold, something to admire.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that's been her shot today.
Now here's Boston. Six to shoot. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
That's what the fake's there for. Get your defender off her feet and drive right around her.
Ionescu outside. Thornton outside. Back to Ionescu. Over to the left wing. Here's Fibish. Bonner defending. Fibish shot is off. Now Colson. Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
Was not phased at all by the bigger defender on her, and in the low block, I thought she might be a little phased.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that would be her comfort zone, but hey, she looked pretty comfortable right there, didn't she?
Now here is Thornton. Here's Ionescu. Missed inside. The Fever leading. Here's Mitchell. And Jones pulls it down. And the Liberty with possession here. Pass to Burke. Back to Ionescu. Chalk up two right there.
Yeah, you know, contact can't slow Ionescu down. She sticks with her inside shot and finishes strong.
Mitchell outside. Now here's Boston. Guarded by Jones. Boston inside. Working on Jones. Good defensive work by Jonquel Jones.
Just not the quarter she would like to have when you talk about shooting the ball, but hopefully she can turn it around.
Here's Fibish. To the paint. Jones. Outside for Stewart. Ionescu. She's covered by Mitchell. Back to Stewart. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
An intelligent scorer like Stewart knows that points can come from anywhere. That's just beautiful teamwork.
Now here's Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Picked by Dantas. Shot by Mitchell, no good.
And she continues to search for her rhythm. It's eluded her so far.
Jones outside. Outside Stewart. Ionescu left side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fibish. They get it back. Jones. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Well, Jones has a talent for owning the boards. Here she keeps the play alive and finishes it strong.
Pass to Bonner. Oop, they picked the pass. All by herself. Thiebish with the bucket. It's a tie ball game.
That's deflating for a team. Coughing the ball up, then having it turn into immediate points at the other end.
Yeah, that just feels like giving up 2 buckets.
Here's Colson. Mitchell outside. Back Benley. Trying to get back on track, and it's in. Ionescu has it. 22 points for her. Pass to Stewart. Thiebish. Back to Stewart. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And working themselves to the line here in the second, a nice way to get their offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way. That could pay off as well.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so she hits both. Now here's Clark. 24 points for her. Pass to Dantas. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Inside, Dantas makes good use of her size. That's what allows her to get to her shot.
Jones outside. Stewart. She's guarded by Dantas. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Rebounded by the Fever.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebounding stats for both teams are almost identical.
Yeah, they battled to a standstill on the boards, but the game isn't over yet. We'll see who keeps up the energy.
So close to picking that pass off.
Still a nice play, though, to make sure the pass didn't reach the target.
Caitlin Clark outside. And Jones pulls it down.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Clark with it. Now guarded by Ionescu. And a shot by Clark, no good. New York trailing here. And here's Burke. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Ionescu. From deep. The shot, no good.
Sometimes she can hit that deep three, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shots are falling for her.
High arcing shot. Doesn't get it to drop for her. The three from Kelsey Mitchell. Hits it from three-point range. And that concludes the first half. Fever ahead, leading by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And the second half about to start in just a few moments. And how about this? We're seeing a tremendous game from Caitlin Clark.
And I wonder how long she can continue to shoot the three ball as well as she has up to this point. She's been quite simply lights out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is something we both know, that sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it really might be one of those nights for her.
The Fever leading. Pass to Wallace. Here's Fagbenle. Guarded by Jones. Now Fagbenle. That shot off. Good defensive work by Jonquel Jones. Now here's Ionescu. And here is Stewart. Guarded by Howard. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Wallace with the board.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
And for Sabrina Ionescu, her three-point shooting took a massive leap in year 4.
Well, you know, it's something Ionescu has worked very hard on. You look at her first 3 years in the league, she shot just 33% from deep. But year 4, that percentage shot up to 45%, and it was on major volume. Sabrina leading the WNBA in three-pointers made.
The three-pointer is on target.
Gotta love Ionescu's intensity, delivering an emphatic answer.
Now here's Clark, covered by Ionescu. Here's Wallace. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Right side, Stewart. The Fever pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Clark from outside the arc. Stewart grabs the miss.
Still cold from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Burke. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Ionescu misses. Now here's Clark, guarded by Jones. Clark with it. She's got 29 points for the game. Shoots over Jones. Clark, that one's good.
A great game for her offensively. She's been a factor.
On offense, here the Liberty. 9-point game. New York calls timeout. There's no question about it. Caitlin Clark displaying her skill set today.
Simply, she is on fire from beyond the arc. It's time to start shaping the game plan around stopping her.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Lainey Hamilton up top. Pass to Ionescu. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Stewart. New York, no good that time either.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open. I mean, maybe that's why she missed.
Clark with it. Howard, defended by Stewart. Back to Clark. Launches it. The rebound by the Liberty.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go through the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
Here's Jones. Off with the layup. Back to Howard. Pass to Clark. Fires the three. Good on the triple.
She got loose from three-point range in the first half and showing signs here in the second.
And here's Burke. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Stewart with the ball. The three is up. Caitlin Clark with the board. Right side, Howard. Some solid defense from Breanna Stewart. She's getting her first free throw attempt of the game here.
And a trend over the last few years, Brian, less players are going overseas to play during the offseason.
And that's great for the WNBA. Increased salaries have helped big time.
And with more players staying in the United States during the offseason, we don't see as many season-ending injuries that happen in the offseason away from the W.
And Jones gets it to go.
Credit both Jones and her teammate for setting her up. Once she catches the rock, it's gone quick.
Here's Clark. New York with the rebound. Pass to Burke. Here's Ionescu for three. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the three.
Now Dantas, guarded by Jones. Dantas in the post, working on Jones. Dantas' shot is off. The Liberty trail. Outside Stewart. Lets it go from deep. Wallace with the board.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Here's Clark. Sinks that one from the post.
The defender a little hesitant to get in her way as she burst to the hoop. I'm not sure what was going on there.
Outside Stewart. Lets the three fly. And Clark pulls it down.
Something has gone wrong with her this quarter. She's going to have to get it together.
Shot clock at 6. Breanna Stewart with the steal. Tries from 10. Goes back up. Rebounded by the Fever.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now.
Clark, that one's good.
Well, a big part of Wallace's game is finding others, initiating offense.
And the Liberty with possession here. They trail by 11. Jones outside. Pass to Ionescu. Picked by Jones. Down low. The rebound by Dantas.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
And that's a lot of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest player out there.
Now Ionescu. New York, no good that time either. Christy Wallace on the wing. Wyatt so far offensively searching for her first points of the game. Clark outside. Over Ionescu. The rebound by Breanna Stewart.
Well, Caitlin Clark is as popular as anyone in this league. and it's easy to see why she's so well liked.
Yeah, she's just a fun player to watch. I mean, Clark takes those deep threes. I mean, she attempts some passes that others don't even think about or see. She brings so much excitement to the league, and a big reason why is her playing style.
That one's good. Clark.
She is putting on a clinic out there. Really the centerpiece of their offense.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Picked by Ionescu. Three-pointer, Breanna Stewart. They grab their own miss. To end the run. Here's Jones. It doesn't go for her. Some solid defense from Damiris Dantas.
She hasn't had much success shooting the ball.
Clark left side.
Cunningham.
There's the foul. It's on Howard. That's her third foul of the game. Now Dodi Kish. Stewart. Bonner defending. Pass to Thornton. Phoebish. Clock at 6. Back to Thornton. Over hole. New York, no good that time either. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Good work cashing in from the mid-range. Love seeing Lexi pull up and connect.
Pass to Phoebish. Here's Dodi Kish.
Now here is Stewart. Sinks the triple.
Sharp shooting from Stewie. She's the definition of a stretch four.
Here's Colson.
Boston with it.
Guarded by Jones. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Let's go with a 3.
Yes, great play by Aaliyah Boston to set it up.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Pass to Dodi Kish.
Puts up a 3. Unable to get that one to go. Indiana with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Bonner can't hit.
Here's Dodi Kish.
Three-pointer, Breanna Stewart. The shot, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Fever ahead, up by 15. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for the fourth quarter. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Now here is Ionescu. Guarded closely. Back to Thornton.
Phoebish.
Pass to Harrison. And Bonner pulls it down.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
Pass to Boston. The rebound by Thornton.
She's had an off game, but her team has been able to pick up the slack and get it done here today.
Thiebish with the bucket.
Yeah, I'd say that shot was well within her range.
I hope so. There's nothing like a one-footer.
And it's the Fever ball. Bonner with it. Pass to Boston. Bonner. Yes, great play by Aaliyah Boston to set it up.
The scouting report on Bonner is probably play off a bit, but when in rhythm, she is better as a shooter.
Now here is Ionescu. Now Burke. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Ionescu. There's the triple. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, despite the play of the team, she has done exceptionally well here.
Now Mitchell. Now here's Boston. Covered by Thornton. Looking to get back on track. Boston's shot is good. A challenging stretch for New York here. Pass to Burke. Back to Ionescu. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
Wow. I mean, what can you say?
And here's Indiana.
Here's Colson. To the wing on the left. Turner in the post. Defended by Harrison. And it's Turner missing. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu tries again, and it's Harrison with the bucket inside.
Protecting the play, Harrison fights to retain possession and get him a bucket.
And here's Indiana. 10-point lead. Mitchell outside. Turner a screen. Mitchell, shot's good.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Burke, covered by Ionescu. And here's Colson. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Ionescu. And there the Fever with another bucket.
Nice job by Mitchell. She's a primary scoring option in terms of talent, instincts, and productivity.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in this fourth quarter. Ionescu up top. And good. Coming off the assist by Kayla Thornton.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Pass to Mitchell. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, a consistent three-point shooter like Mitchell always has an answer. She goes right to the line and strikes back.
She can't get it to go.
Aaliyah Boston with some nice defense there.
Here's Colson. The rebound by the Liberty. Ionescu outside. They get it again. Pass to Harrison. No problem on the close-range jumper.
Now, this is where Harrison is at her best, scoring inside. She's a 5 who plays like a 5.
Now Colson. Turner. Mitchell, right side. 16 feet out. The rebound by Thornton. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Here's Thiebish. Ionescu outside. Harrison sets a screen. Jacks up a 3. That shot missing. Indiana with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Mitchell outside. Pass to Turner. Good work defensively by Kayla Thornton. And it's New York's ball. A 12-point game. Here's Fibish. Here's Burke. Ionescu outside. Harrison with the ball.
Just doing battle inside. Harrison gets a trip to the line where she's a solid foul shooter.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, Harrison doesn't get to the line too often, but she's not the player you want to send to the charity stripe because she can do some real damage.
And that's good as she hits both shots. Clark with it. Pass to Howard. Just 5 to shoot. The 11-footer. That misses off the backboard. They could get back to within single digits of the lead. Here's Stewart. New York, no good that time either. Indiana with the ball. 10-point lead. To end the drought. And Clark lays it up and in.
It's a one-man show out there, guys. Looks like she's willing to handle all the offensive duties for them.
Pass to Jones. Now Stewart. With the floater. Natasha Howard pulls it in.
She's killing them with her poor shooting.
Mitchell outside. Howard covered by Ionescu. Clark with it. Stewart's there. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Off target from outside.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot. Orchestrating the offense. It's what Ionescu excels at, the ability to make everybody around her better.
Here's Howard. Hold the shot a little left, but the bounce goes her way.
Good job there. That's the definition of the inside-outside game.
And the Liberty with possession here. They trail by 11. And the Liberty call time here. Ionescu outside. Five to shoot. Pass to Stewart. And here's Burke. Off target with the three. Now here's Hull. Lainey Hamilton covering. Caitlin Clark with the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Nice ball movement from Hull. Terrific at recognizing when her teammates are open.
Now here is Ionescu. She's tightly guarded. Here's Burke. Lainey Hamilton. New York, no good that time either.
Don't give her space. Don't give her space.
Here's Colson.
Amy Hamilton with the rebound.
And it's New York's ball. It's a 14-point game. Ionescu misses. Now here's Clark.
And one thing we can all agree on, we are fired up for the WNBA to come to the Bay Area in 2025.
100%. I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area. It's something I've always wanted, a WNBA team here in the Bay. Everybody has always wanted that.
And it's going to be a party at Chase Center. I can't wait to see this team get to action, and I know I'll be there opening day.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
You know, one of the areas Aaliyah Boston really shines is on the glass.
Yeah, she is an efficient rebounder. And as we all know, rebounds often win or lose games. Then you add in Boston's offensive efforts, and she really is a big contributor to team success.
Well, you just have to be excited about Aaliyah Boston, a young woman with tons of skills. She dominated in college, and she's going to dominate in the WNBA.
And here's Kayla Thornton from the arc, and the 3 ball is good. And here's Clark. Pass to Colson. Back to Clark. Boston with it.
Well, we saw this with Boston even back in college. She does a great job of drawing fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And she makes the first. She hits both from the stripe. Stay 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Harrison.
Switch back with me. Switch back with me. Call that switch. Come on, call that switch.
Here's Phoebish.
Thornton outside. And again, it's the Liberty from deep. And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them a chance to lift their team up at the finish.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.